Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Dawn Huffy. I am the owner of Liberty Belle Coaching, and my life coaching certifications came through the Brave Thinking Institute. Today I want to talk to you about whining and complaining. And this is something that I know quite a bit about because I was stuck in it for so long. I was in so much pain and I didn't know how to get out of the pains, and I just kept talking about it and talking about it. And it was just a perpetual cycle of complaining, which created more pain because it just reminded me of how painful all of the things were that I went through. Fortunately, I found several techniques to heal my wounds and to get beyond that, and I have committed to not whining and not complaining, and that feels so much better. It does. So when I was asking God the question, what is it like to be divine in human form, he started answering about whining and complaining. So today I'm going to share his answer. And I got this answer on October 6th of 2022. And the question is, God, what is it like to be divine in human form? And this is what he said. Divine living can be elusive, especially when you get caught up in whining and complaining. Whining is an immature way of wishing for things to be different. Whining is a perpetual state of ridiculous wastefulness. Complaining keeps you in a constant state of victimhood. You make yourself and everyone in earshot of you miserable with your droning on and on about what happened to you. There is a difference between talking about a situation for clarification or understanding or insight and whining and complaining. You may need to talk about a circumstance in order to process through to a solution, but whiners and complainers rarely want solutions or resolutions. What they really crave is attention, and being stuck in victimhood keeps a person's disastrous stories running on autopilot with no end in sight. The energy of victimhood is very low, so people tend to steer clear of victims. But the victim does not understand this. They just generally feel rejected and victimized again instead of making the effort to look inside and search for the cause of their aloneness. Victims are not fun to be around, and so people generally avoid them. People don't want to hear their forlorn stories over and over again. Remember, you are all just one thought away from being a victim. So notice your thoughts and correct them before they become your words. Your words are powerful, and what you speak about attracts more of that you speak about. So if you speak about your betrayal story repetitively, you will get more situations where you feel betrayed. Do you understand how this works? Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So be mindful of what you are thinking and switch your mindset before you speak the lowly drone of victim speak. In Jesus' mighty and powerful name, amen. God is telling us to pay attention to our thoughts, and if we are thinking thoughts of whining and complaining and feeling sorry for ourselves, we need to switch that before they become words that come out of our mouth, because our words are so powerful. Our words have manifestation power. In the Bible, God talks about this very topic. It, it is in Philippians chapter 2, verse 14. And it says, do all things without murmuring and disputing, And so murmuring means complaining, and disputing means grumbling or whining. So do all things without murmuring and disputing. Joyce Meyer, who is just a wonderful minister, she also talked about whining and complaining. And she said, do not murmur and complain. Make your requests known to God. Complaining is not faith. When we complain, we do not expect God to remove or fix our complaints. So she gives us a reprimand about that. We're whining and complaining. We're not trusting in God and His ability, which is amazing, as we all know. So that was God's answer to whining and complaining. And I do want to let you know about my free masterclass that I'm hosting next week. And in this masterclass, you will learn tips and tools that will help you to notice what you're noticing in your mind and how to switch this all around to a more positive way of thinking and being. This masterclass is called The Power of Vision, and it will be next Tuesday, January 31st at 10 o'clock a.m. And I will post a link in the comment section below for you to register for the masterclass. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you.